Pros know a thing or two about how to get the toughest messes clean. That's why they've long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab for their businesses. And now, that level of clean is available for your home at the Home Depot. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of pro-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs. So you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
If you're looking to move out of your parents' place, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive, which is good because your little brother has gotten really territorial. You're blood related. You'd think it would be fine to share food in the fridge. I mean, who writes their name on every individually wrapped slice of cheese, Tyler? Still, you've got to admire the commitment. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and use the savings to help you move out and have all the cheese you want. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
People say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Cause I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
Sponsor time. Let me tell you about my girl, Miss Erica, with Crooked W Consulting. She has a small marketing and design agency out of North Carolina. She offers small, affordable business solutions that tailor your business and startups nationwide. She's currently doing my new website. I'm telling you, folks, you need to let her do yours. She's doing us a jam-up job. She also offers digital marketing, graphic design, and social media management. If I'm using her here at the studio, there ain't no reason why your small business shouldn't. Look her up on Facebook and Instagram at Crooked W Consulting, or text her now at 919-351-2084. Crooked W Consulting. Hit up Miss Erica now. You won't be disappointed. Shout out to Miss Mary, the owner of Buckaroo Tattoo in Wheatland, California. Email her now at buckarootat, and then the number 2 at yahoo.com to make an appointment. Hit her up on Instagram at buckarootat, then the number 2, or at Ink in My Glove on Facebook at buckarootat. She's been tattooing some badass tattoos for the past 13 years at her shop. And let me tell you, she is literally flying here at the beginning of March to tattoo me for a couple days and record some shows with me. So if I'm using her and I'm letting her tattoo the shit out of me and she's sponsoring this show, boy, y'all need to look her up right now. Make your appointment with her. You ain't gonna be disappointed at all. She is grown. I can't wait. Shout out to Buckaroo Tattoo and Miss Mary. Go look them up on all social media platforms. Now, cowboy stuff. My buddy, old friend, Chris Sappe, owner of Desperado and Company, over at the Puller Tanger Outlet Mall. They are in Suite 611. They offer all kind of Western wear. Boots, toddlers, youth, women's, men's, everything. They have Ariat wallets, phone cases, men and women's jewelry, Montana silversmith, belt buckles, Ariat belts for men. They offer Clinch. Ariat and Wrangler are their main brands of clothes. Lots of exotic boots. Guys, I saw some of the stuff that they're bringing me and some of the stuff I get to try on. Let me tell you, there's a lot of great Western wear places that are up in Nashville that I get to go to. This place compares to every single one of them. So what I need you guys to do is look up Desperado and Company, Chris Sapp. Their phone number is 912-604-0389. Go check them out. Get all turquoise the hell up. Get all westerned up. Look like a cowboy, cowgirl. Western fashion is the coolest shit to me, by the way. And the fact that they're on board as a sponsor now, I can't wait to try on some of the stuff that he has sent me and everything that they have sent me in pictures to get my size in. Dude, it's all banging. It's all awesome. So look up Desperado and Company now. Mr. Chris Sapp, once again, the Puller Tanger Outlet Mall, Suite 611. Let's give a quick shout out to Nobles Networking. Guys, if you're looking for a new internet provider, they hook me up here at the studio and at my house. If you live out in the country and you can't find nowhere else where to get your internet, or you're paying too much for Hargrave or any of that other shit, look up Nobles Networking. 478-308-0596. You are going to love it. I'm telling you, it works great for me. It runs everything here at the studio at my house perfectly. Hit up Nobles Networking. Let me tell you guys about the baddest insurance agent around these parts, Miss Jenna Carr. She's an alpha insurance agent. She handles home, auto, life, and business. She's located in Macon, Georgia at 3312 Northside Drive, Suite C160. Let me tell you about Miss Jenna. Not only is she just the sweetest, cutest damn thing you ever seen, but she takes care of business like a true professional. I love dealing with her. She's done got me hooked up with life insurance because, let's be honest, I'm going to need it. And every time I've ever dealt with her, a complete pleasure. So, y'all do me a favor now. Give her a call and go look her up on social media. Jenna Carr, Alpha Insurance Agency. And that phone number in Macon is 478-621-7065. Tell her that you need the same package, home, life, auto, all that good stuff that she hooked me up with. It's prom season, and let me tell you, if I was still in high school, I know exactly where I would go to get my tux, because I like flashy, I like loud, I like obnoxious clothing. If you ever see the stuff I wear out in Macon, Nashville, wherever the hell I go, to be honest with you, I like to be seen as much as I am heard. And Miss Vicky over at Dolly's Delights showed me the other day a company that she's ordering from now that had the loudest and most obnoxiously good-looking tuxes. Fellas, if you're trying to turn heads and you're in high school, Dolly's Delights is where the hell you need to be. So moms and dads, take your boys over there. And while you're over there, get some of that good candy. Make sure you satisfy that sweet tooth. It's the best place to do it. You're not going to find anybody better to deal with. And not to mention, she's got the best prices around. That's Dolly's Delights, located at 5122 3rd Avenue, Eastman, Georgia. Call her at 478-231-7237. Dolly's Delights. Let me tell you about Lori's Dive-In in Alamo, Georgia. I ran her ad several times now. She's been with me since I started doing this stuff. Well, I'm doing a live show there February the 15th. She's going to feed me. I'm going to take a couple of my friends with me from social media there, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if any of y'all would like to come hang out, please do. Even if it's not convenient for you, take some time, go out of your way and go eat there. I promise you won't be disappointed. She takes pride in her staff, her food, her service, every single aspect. That's why I'm taking my equipment there to actually record with her and her staff. So please go check out Lori's Dive-In in Alamo, Georgia at 18 Commerce Street, Alamo, Georgia. Phone number there is 912-568-1945. Lori's Dive-In. I'm about tired of reading all these sponsors, but I'm grateful for each and every one of them. But I saved my homegirl for last. Let me tell you about Miss Reagan, who's getting me in shape right now. I need each and every one of y'all to go look her up on Instagram at RAEGAN_fit. She does one-on-one customized meal planning, nutrition guides, and training in home or at the gym. I know she stays on my ass, so I know she'll stay on yours. Look, this is the thing with Reagan. She's lost the weight, she's stayed in shape, and now she's helping people do the same thing that she did. And she did it the healthy way. She can help you lose body fat, gain muscle, or just improve your overall health. Whatever your goal is, she'll help you with it. I promise that. And the thing is, she holds you accountable in a way that most people don't. She's very affordable, and she offers weekly and monthly payments. So please, go look up my homegirl, Miss Reagan, at RAEGAN_fit on Instagram. Now, let's get to the show. Fucking 2 foot taller.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Welcome to the Josh Terry Podcast. I got a special guest with me today. I got a buddy of mine. He's unique as hell, and I like him. He's been on the show with me before. I think last time he was in here, his mom and dad were with him. Comic book nerd, but you're going to find a lot about him. I'm a nerd as well. If you don't know this, I think I was just talking about this with some buddies the other day, but I'd like to introduce y'all to Lawson again. Lawson, say hey to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I'm glad your dad messaged me yesterday, said you were excited to do this. I'm sorry that it took us 3 days to actually finally do it. You feeling better? Didn't you have, kidney stones on Friday?
Yeah, I had I went my dad's got me doing this workout program at like 4:30 in the morning. It's brutal, but yeah. So I got done with it, and then I got home, and I sat down and watched a movie, and then I just started feeling this terrible pain in my side, and up like crawling on the ground, crying out to God. And then I called my dad, and he's like, let's meet at the hospital. And then they're doing all these scans and everything. I'm throwing up, and then they walk in and say, you got a kidney stone.
Well, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was the shit for me. I couldn't get anything done on time yesterday and thought I was going to have to go to Macon last night, and then ended up last minute. That fell through, so we could have probably recorded yesterday, but I would have been rushed. So, but today we're not rushed, so that's good. For those who don't know, my buddy here not only is just a big badass superhero himself, but you have autism.
Yes, I do.
Tell them a little bit about the type of autism and everything you have, because I'm, like we talked about on the first show that we did together, I am completely ignorant and oblivious to all of it. I just know that you're my buddy and you're cool as hell to me. So,
Thanks, man. So I have what I call it high functioning autism. That's the other name for it. It's technically called Asperger's, but when you say Asperger's, people think you're talking about an ass burger.
yeah.
So I just say high functioning autism. It's like picture like a pool, and there's like a deep end and a shallow end. I'm closer to the shallow end.
Okay, cool. What does that make you good at, though?
Makes me.
Oh, well, let me ask you this. What does that make you, if somebody like me who doesn't actually understand all the realms of autism, what does that make you good at, and what does that make you bad at?
Makes me good at like remembering very specific things about my life, just going back and picking out the good things. Really good at like just like you goal oriented on one thing, but the bad part is you can't focus on anything you don't love with like a burning passion. So like math class, anything other than history and science, I suck at. But it's just good for like goal oriented stuff.
So you're really good at what you're good at, but
Yeah.
then you really suck or don't give a damn
Pretty much.
about something that you just is irrelevant
Oh
to
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah.
So what are you passionate about then?
I'm pretty passionate about engineering, building things.
Okay,
Love
cool.
to do that. And my main passion, honestly, is just comic books. I work at a comic book store.
Which one do you work at?
Comics Plus of Macon.
Okay, that's right there in downtown, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. And by the way, you brought me a comic book. I appreciate that, man.
Glad you like it, man.
I do. You seen the new Marvel movie yet?
The Ant-Man? Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw you and your daughter.
Yeah, we went.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Good.
Yeah, I love Marvel. I was very, very happy with it.
Really?
I was kind of let down by Love and Thunder, the last Thor movie.
That
It
was a
let me
weird
down.
one. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, it was weird. And then I think the last one before that was the Black Panther movie. It was pretty
Yeah.
decent. But this one, I think picked back up. I think Marvel
Really?
picked back up with it. It was really good.
That's good. Now, I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited to, though. Thor Love and Thunder, it was a step down, I felt like. It felt like more of a comedy than a Thor movie.
Yeah, I think that they just had so many irons in the fire,
Yeah, that's true.
and pretty much you just put Chris Hemsworth up there with Thor. They thought it was just going to kill regardless, in my opinion, or whatever. But you never, I don't know. I don't know their thinking behind shit, obviously.
Yeah.
How long you been working at the comic book store?
I've been working there for about a year and a half now. It's kind of like a independent internship type thing. Like if they need me, I come down there. Otherwise, I just hang out and help what I can.
Oh, that's cool. How old are you now?
I am 17 years old.
Still in high school then?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. Do you play football this past season?
I did play football. I was a starter this year.
I was wanting. So I guess you got your senior year still to go, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to definitely come to one of those games. I know that me and your dad had talked. I guess it was last year. I was going to try to make it when I was just always gone during your games. But yeah, he sent me some pictures and stuff of you. You like a beast out there, a man
Thanks,
among
man.
kids, dude.
My favorite memory ever was when I just tackled the absolute crap out of a guy and I teabagged him. That's my best memory.
You're a beast. Are you the only person on the football team, or one of the few people that have autism?
Yeah, I actually am. There was one kid last year who had it, but he tore his ACL in practice, and
Oh, really?
he's been out. But yeah, I'm the only one with autism on the team.
Are you the only one that's like a beast? Like you, what school do you go to?
I go to Tatnall Square Academy.
You got to be like the biggest kid on the team, right?
I'm the biggest kid in terms of height and weight, but we got one dude who's like 6'7", getting looked at by all these different colleges. He's pretty cool. His name's Webb Davidson. He's a pretty big dude. But I think that I'd say that like per size and weight, I'm definitely the biggest.
You're a monster though.
How much you think I weigh? Let's see
Dude,
if
you're
you can get it.
stout though. What are you, like 6'3"?
Yeah.
6'3". You're every bit of what? I'm 220. I'm
He's not gonna get
230.
it.
I'm 230. So you got to be 320,
310.
310.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stout. Are you strong stout?
I can bench 275, squat 405. My push press, I have the highest push press of anyone in the school.
What's a push press?
That's where you just take like the dumbbell weights like
Yeah.
on the bar and just lift it over your head.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mine's about 225.
Okay. Yeah, it's been so long since I cared about any of that. Yeah, I don't remember too much about working out from high school. That's how much I hated it.
Yeah, I can get old.
You going to try to play? You think you're going to be good enough or try to play a little college football?
No, honestly, to be completely honest with you, football's never really been a passion of mine. I've done it because, I'm big,
Yeah.
but it keeps me in shape. But it's just not something I want to carry on to college with. But I'm going to enjoy it in the high school while I can.
What do you Well, let me ask you before we get on to after high school. What's life? What is different about your high school experience having autism than anybody else's? Like a regular, I don't want to say because you're absolutely a regular kid, but like what someone else would go through.
Well, I would say like the biggest thing, like the way it feels to have autism, if you can. It's like basically like a sensory overload. So picture like you're walking downtown, picture every light being brighter, every sound being louder, and basically just like all your senses are like ramped up to 11. And also just like if your social cues are cut in half. So what it looks like is like you throw a kid with all these great potentials into a place where it's hard to use them. And, I think that he'll thrive if he has at least one person he can talk to. But if he just feels alone, then he's going to kind of cower in a corner. But
Yeah.
he'll still probably, he'll go good in school. But other than that, like his social life, they either won't have one or it just won't be good.
You don't seem very socially awkward though.
The more you know me, the better I am.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
For me and you've only been around each other a handful of times though. You don't seem
That's true.
socially awkward around me at all. I love it.
Thanks. It's usually like in big crowds, or if someone is mean to me, I'll just say weird crap on the phone.
Really?
Yeah, like when I start talking to someone for the first time, I'll just start spouting out random facts. Like I'll be like, "Do you know goldfish can cough?"
Really?
That's my opener.
And is that just like a defense mechanism, or makes
Pretty
you feel
much.
comfortable?
Oh yeah, just like saying random stuff in my that pops up to my mind. It's just always been like a security blanket. You just say it when you don't know what else to say.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. It makes me wonder because I know autism has obviously been around forever, but I think it's more something that's more diagnosed now than it was probably when I was young, and it makes me wonder if there was a lot of kids that back in the day that probably were on the spectrum that didn't know.
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah. I have a few friends who are older guys, and basically back in the day there was two antidotes to what they thought was just some kind of ADHD or autism thing. The two cures were sports and pills,
Yeah.
and they'd either pump them full of one or the other.
I took Ritalin forever, and
Really?
because I had ADD. But you never know. I could have been different.
Yeah.
I'm still different some way or another.
Difference always better, man.
Yeah, but like the older I get though, and I think I probably told you this on the first show that we did together a long time ago, and it's been forever. I look back, it's been a long time.
It's been like 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I used to growing up, you get called weird or you get called different or whatever. But the older you get, the more you realize that that's kind of good because it means you're unique. It means you stand out. It means like you're not like everybody else. And as a kid, that's hard to deal with. But as an adult, you don't want to fit in anymore. Like you don't necessarily always want to be like have a spotlight on you either. But you don't want to be just like everybody else. Yeah, and I think it's cool. I think it's cool that you already know what you like. I think there's something really special about that. You already know that. Hey, I like comic books. If you don't like that, I like comic books. Kiss my ass.
Heck yeah.
You know, this is cool.
I have a sailor's mouth. I promised my parents I wouldn't curse on him.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't want your mom and dad getting mad at me. I really like your mom and dad.
I've gotten suspended twice for cursing already.
Have you really?
Yeah. One time, the second time was an excuse, but the first time some kid was making fun of my family and I got upset.
The kid was making fun of your family.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I have my temper. One thing that I have gotten physical about is if people call me the R word.
Yeah, I hate that fucking word.
Yeah, people call me that. I have been known to make some people bleed over that.
I don't. You know what? I know your mom and dad's gonna get mad at me about this. I'm not mad at you about that.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'm one of the ones that said that word growing up, and the older
I used to too.
The older I get, the more that I hate that word. Yeah. I hate that word in almost every context now. There's something about it. I've got friends that have disabilities that I just absolutely love, and that word has such a negative context to it, and it's just like makes me want to slap the shit out of somebody when it says it. You shouldn't. You're a child. Let your dad handle it. Let your mom handle it, or just walk away. And remember, and like this too, realize that like whoever's saying that to you or whatever, they're probably miserable. They probably have a miserable home life. They're just looking for an outlet. They're trying to make themselves feel better by making you feel bad. You know, the hell with them. You'll probably be the one that ends up being super successful in life, and they'll be the ones that's having a shitty job and having to do something they don't want to do for a living. And you'll probably be a rocket scientist or something. Yeah, you'll get to do something cool as hell.
That sounds cool. You know, Elon Musk has autism.
It seems like you would. Yeah, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with it. I think that unless you understand what it is, that it's confusing.
It is pretty confusing.
Like I've had to learn the difference between verbal and nonverbal. I've had to learn a couple of different things because I just don't want to stick my foot in my mouth when I talk to people. But I think that this is going to sound crazy to you. I think that what you have, you could almost look at it as a gift. You being hyper focused on certain things that you absolutely care about. I wish with like this, I could stay hyper focused on what I'm supposed to. If I could stay hyper focused on shit that I'm supposed to, oh hell yeah, I would get so much more shit done. You know, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't get anything else done. You know, but if I could just stay focused on this, I think that's really cool.
Thanks, man. I've always said, my dad used to say that he would, if he could take it from me, he would. But now he says, he's always said, if I wouldn't change it for the world, Lawson. I've always said, if someone came along and they had a magical cure for autism, I wouldn't take it.
Yeah. And that's probably the way you should look at it. I mean, everything that we go through, it makes us us, you know?
That's very true.
I mean, me and the guy who I just had on the show, and it seems like the past couple guests, the subject just keeps coming up, but it's not really the good things that happen in our life that makes us who we are. It's usually the bad things.
That's very true. I've always said, this is a quote from my all-time favorite movie. And it goes like, what makes a man is his origins or where he starts out, but it's not. What makes a man is not where he starts out, but it's where he chooses to go, how he ends things.
What movie is that from?
Hellboy.
What's your favorite movie?
I love that movie so much.
Is that the original or remake?
That's the original.
Okay.
Dude, I painted my whole body red for that movie.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's cool.
Little piece of advice: don't paint your arms with food coloring and then go to school the next day.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, probably caught a little shit for that, didn't you?
A little bit. It was fun though, man. It was fun.
What was the? I know you said that a while ago that the first time that you got kicked out of school was warranted for you cussing. What'd you do the second time that was bad?
Well,
Cuss at a teacher?
No, I cussed it. I made a joke to a kid in which I used a curse word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell the joke on here.
Yeah,
I'm not getting in trouble with your mom and dad. Absolutely not. We're not doing that.
Thanks,
well, I don't want you to do that. Yeah. Did the kid tell on you?
No, the teacher. I'm kind of the problem child in the classroom, so the teacher thought, we better keep an eye on Lawson. So I turned around. He's looking dead at me.
Oh, teacher heard you.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair though. I screwed up. It's fair though.
We wouldn't get kicked out of school back in there for that.
Really? It's a new policy at school.
Oh, no curse words? You get kicked out?
You get one day, like you get just one day out.
I would have never got to go to school. I would have never. Me or my friends would have never got to go to school.
Really? Well,
absolutely not.
You know, another thing with autism is I do not know when to be quiet.
Really?
I'm loud all the time. You ask my teachers in class, it's like a constant, Lawson, you got to be quiet now. So
I might have autism, Lawson.
You might. You might.
I might. My whole life I've been wondering what the hell's wrong with me. I might have autism. You might have just figured it out with every other
Dr. Lawson.
Yeah, there you go, man. So what do you plan on doing? I guess with you want to go to college and everything, right?
Yeah.
You want to be an engineer?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of engineer?
Well, my dream this is a far off dream, but my dream is to be a NASA electrical engineer. I think that I could really do some stuff with some electrical engineering, like the circuit boards, the soldering, and like putting the components together. I think I could really do that on a large scale.
I don't even know what any of that means.
It's confusing, man.
I don't want to know. You can have every bit of that, dude. I don't want any freaking part of it. That sounds horrible. Every bit of it sounds horrible to me. What about the comic book stuff though? You're obsessed with that. Like you don't see yourself like wanting to be I don't know how your art skills is, but an illustrator or a writer or anything along those lines. You wouldn't want to be part of any of that world. Because you love it so much?
I do love that world so much, but I don't think that I could be a part of it in the figurative sense. But one thing that I would like to do at some point in my life, probably after I hit 19, I'd like to be a firefighter. Cause that's like
that's cool, dude.
It's like the real life. That's like, in my mind, that's as close as you can get to being an actual superhero. Because you're wearing like a big suit, you're saving people from fires.
You're a badass, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's cool. That's cool. See, most people wouldn't see it that way. Yeah, I love the fact that you actually see it that way. I bet kids, like you to be 17 years old, I don't think kids would see it that way.
Probably not.
They'd be like, no, I really want to, I want to go build an Iron Man suit. You're like, no, I want to go save somebody's life. I'll go be a fireman.
Yeah, I mean, like it'd be cool to make things for myself, but I feel like one of the biggest things you can do with your life is to save someone else's.
What about some of the stuff like what your mom and dad?
Pros know a thing or two about how to get the toughest messes clean. That's why they've long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab for their businesses. And now, that level of clean is available for your home at the Home Depot. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of pro-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs. So you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs. You just bought a home in the suburbs, but no one told you about all the birds, specifically this one, who seems to be calling out Roy. Roy. But who exactly is Roy? And why doesn't he ever respond? Maybe Roy is just bird speak for save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto. I guess until Roy answers, we'll never know. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Do like helping people.
That stuff I love. I love the fact that those people are my parents. I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you. And like just like my whole life, my dad has been this incredible figure in my life, and to not only see him be saved, but then go on and save other people. It's just like this this spirit in my life of wanting to help people. I feel like that's like one of the best things I can do with my life.
Your parents are some of the coolest people I've had in there.
That they are. Some amazing people.
That was, by the way, I know they're listening to this. That was y'all's like a little hint to come back in here and do another show and talk about stuff y'all have going on.
Love you, Mom and Dad.
I'm guessing they still got the rehab center and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, we get new guys all the time. We got one guy named Charlie. I love him to death. He's got this incredible story. He was like you know those guys how in like world, my words are just wrong. Like they'd go over to the oil spills down the Panama Canal, and they'd go under there in the scuba suits.
Yeah.
And they'd fix them. He was one of those guys, but he was homeless for like 40 years after that, in and out of, had a bunch of problems. But he came to Crossroads, and now he's the house man at Crossroads. He's graduated and everything.
That's cool. Crossroads Recovery Ministry. I almost forgot it for a second.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, I wear that shirt all the time they give me, and
It's
I
a
try
good
to.
shirt.
Yeah, I try
You got
to,
the gun showing today. I like it.
I don't wear sleeves. I sweat really bad. So I wear tank tops or cutoffs just about everywhere I go. It's not to show them off. It's just literally I sweat so bad. If I'm going to be here all day, I'm just going to be comfortable.
Yeah, I sweat a lot too.
Yeah, I love what they do. I think that everything that they do is probably rubbing off on you, and that you couldn't probably grow up in a better place.
Yeah.
What about you got a little sister?
Yeah, I got a little sister named Bella. Hey, Bella, love you. Had to give her a shout out. She's you ever seen the movie Wonder?
Wonder.
That was the kid who had the disformed face.
Yeah.
And in that movie, like his sister's like looks out for him and everything.
Yeah.
My sister has been like that in my entire life. Like
Really?
like whenever I've had a problem at school, or someone's been mean to me, or someone has said something to me that I can't formulate the words myself to say, my sister has been there in a heartbeat to stand up for me.
How old is your sister?
My sister is, crap, I always forget how old people in my life are. My sister is 14 years old.
Okay.
She'll be 15 in May.
Okay. It seems like I remember your family telling me a story when they were in here about her standing up for you at one point in time, like almost getting in a fight or something because somebody was picking on you. It's hard, and maybe I'm making that up in my head. It just seems like it was something.
She's done that on countless occasions.
Okay. But it's funny if y'all would see Lawson. Lawson's not little. Lawson is a freaking grizzly bear. He's a mountain, and I'm just picturing this little girl coming up and just knocking the hell out of somebody because they're messing with her brother.
Like. That's pretty much what it looks like.
That is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of grades do you get?
Oof. I got bad grades in math. That's about it.
Really?
Math is my only my like I enjoy it to an extent, but it's hard for me to get into it. But I have impeccable grades in like science and history.
Math doesn't make sense to me.
It never has to me.
But also, I'll tell you what really doesn't make sense to me.
But
spelling.
I never understood this point of spelling. We have Google.
I literally cannot spell at all.
Really?
And I'm dyslexic anyway. I don't know if I told you that the first show we did.
That's cool, man.
I'm dyslexic. So I hate reading.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit here and listen to an audiobook all day long. And I love documentaries. I love learning. But if it comes to reading or spelling, boy, if I don't do Google and I don't do text to talk, it's not getting spelled right. The grammar is going to be horrible. Everything's going to be horrible on it. I hate it. Everything else in school, though, I used to love, especially history.
I love history.
I
got a great history teacher too, man. I love
Really?
it. Like whenever, like you know that feeling when you get a teacher in your class, you vibe with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. How are your football coaches and stuff with you? Do you catch on really quick with the plays and everything?
I used to not, but now like I learn it fast. I'm a nose guard now, but my football coach, Coach John Garrett Abernathy, is one of the absolute best men I've ever had the pleasure of meeting.
Really?
Yeah, he's that football coach that always stands up for you when no one else will. One of the just like we just hanging out with him. He's just an overall great guy. He's a great person.
That's cool. You'll learn, in my opinion, more from your high school coaches about life than you will about sports.
Really?
Yeah. I have one of my high school coaches, his son, he comes around the studio a lot. He was our baseball coach in high school. And me and him have talked about this so much lately. I can't tell you him teaching me to throw a fastball, a curveball, or whatever. I can't tell you him teaching me to hit backside. But I can tell you a bunch of the life lessons he taught me growing up. Like, sports growing up teaches you so many things that you need to know about the person you need to be the rest of your life. I try to tell kids and everybody else, like, playing sports in high school teaches you teamwork, teaches you responsibility, teaches you the next step you're going to need to get up and go to work when you don't want to. It teaches you so much how to show up and be present when you don't want to be. And even how to lose with grace. There's so much you can learn. It's not all about winning and losing. You want to win, of course, but there's so many life lessons you'll learn in high school from playing sports.
That makes sense.
Let's see, I'm trying to think. Let's get back to the comic book stuff. I want to talk some comic book shit with you. I want to talk some comic book shit with you.
Sweet.
And by the way, you brought me in here Thor's hammer. How heavy is that thing?
That bad boy's about 20 pounds.
He hands that to me. He does not tell me that it's heavy. I thought it was foam the way you were carrying it. And I about dropped the damn thing on my foot, so I appreciate it.
No problem.
But
I had more. I got a sword in the car. I'm showing you after this.
you have a sword?
I got a big sword, man.
That's cool. What kind of sword is it?
A medieval broadsword that I got for like $200 on Amazon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you're going to have to make like a TikTok or something
yeah.
before you get out of here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're going to do something. That's cool. Like, what's your favorite comic book stuff?
I'm glad you asked that, man. My favorite superhero of all time is Hellboy, honestly.
Okay.
I love Superman and The Flash and Wolverine. Like, those are my top guys, but you want to know the reason I love Hellboy?
Why?
Because Hellboy is this guy in a world where he is looked at as the monster and the bad guy and shunned by society. But he grows up being, like, he's sent into the world to destroy it, but he's raised by this Catholic guy and raised as a hero in the world. So when he grows up, he doesn't hurt people like he was made to do. He saves people, and he's the hero of the world. Even though he's shunned and hurt by society, he saves them anyway. And that's honestly, I identify with Hellboy. That's why I love him, because he's looked at as the freak and the weirdo who is hated by society, but he rises above that and saves people and is the good guy.
Do you feel like that, though?
Oh, yeah.
I hate that anybody's ever made you feel like that. It makes me want to go slap the shit out of anybody that's ever made you feel
Thanks,
like
man.
that. It's sad. I mean, it's sad, but it also is. I love the fact.
I'm happy with me.
Well, that's good. But I like the fact that you have the positive outlook, though. That you want to take it and turn it into something positive. And like, I'm going to help people. I like that you don't want other people to feel that way. It's so much better than I didn't know why you was going to say Hellboy. I was like, okay, whatever. We'll see where this is
That's what
going.
my mom thought when I told her that.
Yeah, we'll see where this is going, but that's good. I say it a lot that I don't like when I ask somebody a question and their response is just because, or because I said so, or something along those lines, or whatever. I just feel like it, or I don't know. Like, when you have an answer like that, that's some deep shit, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's a real connection, and that's good. I am I used to be real big into Superman. Like,
I love Superman. I got the hoodie on.
Yeah, I see
I love
it.
Superman.
Superman used to be my guy, and then there's just something about him that is just so unbelievable, though, to me. When you just literally are just the best at every single thing.
That's true.
And
I
I love
everything.
Yeah, just everything. Like, you're literally super at everything. I like Marvel stuff more now than anything. Yeah, Marvel's just won me over just so much with the movies.
The MCU is incredible. I personally
Yeah.
love DC more, but the MCU beats everything. All
Well,
day.
I think that DC, because Batman's probably my close second anyway.
I remember talking about him last
yeah,
time.
but it would have to be Michael Keaton's Batman,
Oh,
and then it would have to be when they did the restart, the Chris Nolan Batmans. Like those are great. I don't like even the one they tried to do like last year or whatever, the dude from Twilight. That was stupid.
I forget his name. I wouldn't have been.
Yeah, it was. It just didn't. It was the plot line of the movie was pretty decent. It just was like
I like that Batmobile though. That
Yeah,
old
that was
school
pretty good.
looking Dodge Challenger. That was cool.
yeah. And then like I just saw where they put the trailer out for the new Flash movie.
That one I'm iffy on.
Yeah, well, it just seems like it's Spider-Man multiverse.
Pretty much. And you know Ezra Miller, he got arrested for breaking into someone's house like 5 months ago.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been arrested on tons of stuff. That's why I feel iffy on it. Like I don't know. Like I love the Flash, but I feel like there's more you could do with the show.
Yeah,
The
I did.
movie.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Who's here? Just sit down, dummy. But yeah. So I don't really know. You want a beer? Right here. You want a sandwich? No, I don't want a sandwich. This is Lawson. Lawson, this is Brittany.
Hello.
Oh,
Nice to
my
meet
bad.
you, Lawson.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, I just feel like that whole movie is just going to be exactly a knockoff of Multiverse.
That's what I'm thinking. As terms of Spider-Man go, like there's nothing that's ever gonna top No Way Home. Like seeing all those guys come back together. The one thing that if I could have changed on that movie is when you would have give Tom like the original suit. Like his suit didn't look anything like theirs.
Yeah.
But it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I wanted Venom in it.
Yeah,
I wanted Venom in it really
I
bad.
just want to see Venom again, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna fucking do with that.
I think he's gonna show up in the they're doing a new Amazing Spider-Man. Like they did 2 of those, they're gonna do a 3rd one, and Venom's supposed to be in that. Actually, did you see Morbius?
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
There's this when they're doing the trailer for Morbius, they pan over the city and they show the Oscorp building. That Oscorp building is the one from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man universe. So in the next movie, they're planning to show Morbius and Venom with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Okay. That shit's so confusing to me.
Morbius was so weird.
Yeah.
I loved it, but it was weird.
I really hate this all the timelines. Like I don't know why can't we just do.
It's confusing. You can't just watch a movie anymore. You gotta see all of them.
Yeah, like it's just driving me nuts. That's what I did a show Friday, and I was trying to explain them because I went and watched. Me and Gracie have like this little thing that we do whenever a new Marvel movie comes out, and it is literally we go watch the Thursday premiere. As soon as she gets out of school, we watch the first movie that comes out that we can.
That's pretty cool.
And so we went and watched Ant-Man Quantum Realm at 4:00 on Thursday. And then I did a show with some guys on Friday, and I was telling them, like, as good as it was, I still feel like it was just setting up for the next Marvel movie.
Really?
Yeah, but I thought that's what they all are now until you get to the sagas like Infinity Wars.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing where you can find relief at the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
so like that's what I feel like this one was, that they're setting up for Secret Wars. Like I feel like that's what it is, and I'm still good. It's still better than anything they put out lately. But I don't know the Spider-Man stuff. I don't even know. I guess with Sony wanting to do that and everything, I don't know what the hell's going to happen with it.
It's really confusing. I'll tell you what I want to see. All I want to see is Wolverine again. I'm pissed off that he died in Logan.
Yeah. Well, I think that's when I don't know whenever Deadpool. Now that he's
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean it's official that he's in the new Deadpool.
He's in it now.
But they've already said whoever the person was that directed Logan. I mean they flat out said that the storyline there has absolutely nothing to do with Logan.
Yeah, I remember because Logan is set in like the year 2050, so it's in the future, so they can do something in the middle there.
Yeah. Well, I've had a theory for the longest time though.
What is it?
That what's up, Bentley?
Hi, dog.
Yeah.
I thought that thing was a cat a minute ago.
It's a piece of shit, is what it is. I hate that dog.
Hey, dude.
But what I've had a theory for the longest time what they were going to do with the Marvel Universe anyway was so whenever Rogers and Iron Man died, Captain America and Iron Man died, I've thought that this was going to happen. That the reason why the time travel stuff and quantum realm and all that shit, multiple timelines and everything, why I started including it, which that was a big part of the comic books anyway, was they were going to introduce all these new characters. And if the new characters didn't work, if they didn't sell at the box office and people didn't like them like the original Avengers, they were going to find a way to bring back the original Avengers. And everybody's kind of sucked. The Eternals were trash.
They really were.
And nobody else has just flowed. Nobody,
It's like repeating the same stuff.
yeah, it's nobody else has been good. Nobody else has just really been good. You can sit down. And why do you have my shirt on? I saw you walking here with that.
Andre the Giant.
Yeah. Oh,
You sent me home in this in a bathing suit bottom,
oh,
and so I thought I'd wear it back.
what you get for being trash. But anyway, that's what I've thought this entire time. And now, like, you get, like, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that they've finally said, the rest of these ain't working out.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really gives a shit about anybody else.
That's pretty much true.
And I hope that's what happens, because I want to see Iron Man back. I want to see Captain America back. And what's been really good is those two were like, hey, we want to do other shit or whatever. Their other movies have not been good since then.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think if they'd have went on and they'd have done some really good movies and got away from it, I'm like, okay, whatever.
You want to hear something mind-blowing?
What?
You ever seen the first Iron Man movie?
Mm-hmm.
There's this scene where there's this kid, like in the middle of this robot invasion, where the kid holds up this repulsor to the robot.
I know what you're talking about.
You know that the director said that is Peter Parker at a young age. Like they said that, but the implication that would have is if that is Peter and his parents took him to that, and you know how like in the new Spider movies in the MCU his parents are dead. That would mean that those robots that Iron Man sent out accidentally killed Peter's parents.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know that all the mics are on in here, so whatever you're sitting there playing on your phone's probably picking it up.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, so you won't turn your phone on, jackass. Well, you can't find good help these days.
You should have seen her look.
Yeah, trust me, she gives me eat shit looks all the time. But what are the other ones that are coming out this year? I know that Shazam's coming out. Gracie's excited
I'm
about
excited
Shazam.
for that movie, man.
That was the only one that DC's really came out with in a while that I've liked. I like Shazam.
You know why Shazam exists?
Wow.
Someone tried to make him, and then DC sued over it. It was like a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, and that's how Shazam was created.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
What do you think about Black Adam?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't see a lot of movies that I don't like. Just seeing The Rock, he was perfect to play back Black Adam. I think that that boss fight, I think they could have done that villain looking differently. They did not get Hawkman right at all. Hawkman is not supposed to be able to fight Black Adam. He damn sure can't lift a car. He can't go toe-to-toe. He's just a dude with wings. He can't fight a god.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it was a good movie.
Yeah. I just didn't like that they included Superman at the very end of it.
You didn't like that?
I didn't like it just so but then they ended up Superman's not Superman anymore. Like Harry, whatever his name is, the next week after the movie's released, they announced that he will no longer be Superman.
Yeah, they fired him, Dwayne Johnson, and Gal Gadot. Like, they fired, their best people.
Yeah. And they kept Affleck for some
That's
reason.
stupid.
Why would you keep Affleck?
You kept the guy no one likes.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't think DC knows what they're doing.
I don't think they do. I think they just need to go back to the drawing board with their comics and their TV shows.
I wish the only thing I'll give them is, and I've only watched like 2 or 3 of them, and it's the Killing Joke's about the only one I've actually watched.
That's a good one.
Is their actual cartoons are better than their movies.
You mean the movie, the cartoon movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie so much, especially that end scene where him and Batman are just laughing together in the rain.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
It's pretty fucked up, but it's good.
Yeah, it is.
It's not one for kids.
It's definitely not one for kids. It's like I feel like the mind of DC at heart is one that's twisted, but it can end in a somewhat happy place.
Well, what makes DC to me better is it's more realistic. Besides
That's
for
true.
Superman,
That's true.
if you take Superman out of the equation,
It's just like a bunch of people trying to.
it's
make their way in
real
the world.
life fucking people that might
Yeah.
have some artificial stuff put on
Yeah.
them or whatever, but it's stuff that could actually happen.
Exactly.
But Marvel is just like gods and everything.
Just some kid getting beaten by a radioactive spider, some dude frozen for years. Like DC's more like these are these actual people who are trying to make their way in the world.
Yeah, I think that's probably why Batman, the right Batman, will always be my number one.
Who was the guy that played? Who played Batman in there was the Dark Knight? Who played him again? I always forget him.
Christopher. Nolan.
Chris Nolan, right? Yeah, that's my favorite by far.
Yeah,
just because Heath Ledger's in it.
Yeah, he's good, but I'm telling you, I'm old. I know you're 17, but I'm old. So Michael Keaton.
I've seen Keaton.
The first two Batmans, especially the one with the Penguin.
Really?
That one's dark and it is good. I like how
Keaton did do a great Batman.
So good. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about, dude?
Yeah. What's your favorite superhero movie?
Whoa, shit.
I get the sense I asked a good question.
Yeah, man. There's so many. Man, I'll tell you, and it's not anyone I've even sat here and mentioned. I really like the Dark Knight Rises. Is it Dark Knight Rises with Bane?
With Bane?
Or is it
Batman Begins? I think is the one with Bane. Dark Knight Rises is the one with Joker, and then Dark Knight is the.
It's the last Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Whichever one that one is, the one with Bane. I can't remember. Like Tom Hardy and him going at it, dude. That's so good. He did
killed it with Bane, dude.
So good. I just did not like how they set up at the very end of it that old dude is Robin, and you kind of know the whole time that it's Robin anyway. But like, why didn't you go on to make some movie like one more? Like, but I knew that he was tired. Old dude was tired of playing Batman anyway.
Really?
Yeah, he'd made that like he didn't want to do another one. But yeah, I would have wanted one more with him and Robin,
really?
Like a good Robin, because the Robin from the '90s with there was two different Batmans. There was Kilmer and George Clooney, which was fucking horrible.
George Clooney was just a bad Batman.
That was just stupid.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. What was that?
That was stupid.
You know who would be good at playing Mr. Freeze?
Hey.
That villain from Shazam, the first Shazam, Alexander Skarsgård. He'd be great at it.
Yeah.
He's got just the face of an evil Freeze guy.
But whoever, they just made it so just
corny. It's just bad.
But it was back in the '90s where everything was corny.
Yeah, that's true.
They just wanted it cartoony. Batman's always been dark.
Yeah, you got to make him gritty.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like just dark. Yeah.
Like bloody knuckles down there punching a wall. Like make him real.
Do you have any friends at school that you get to talk to about this kind of stuff, or do you have to go to the comic book store?
I usually go to the comic book store, but I have a few at school. I have a few. I'll usually talk to my coach or my friend. A few, like one or.
How did you get hooked up with the people at the comic book store?
I remember this story exactly. I went one day, the start of spring break, that first Saturday before you get out for spring break. Me and my family went downtown to the Cherry Blossom Festival. I was like, "Hey, Dad, can we go into the comic book store?" We walked in there, and then every single weekend since then, I'd asked my parents, "Hey, can we go down there?" And then, like a year later, started hanging out there doing work for them, and now I'm here. But I love it, dude. I even helped. We moved locations, and I was like a big part of helping us move.
Does it help you or hurt you or do you think that it helps you or hurts you having autism working there?
I honestly think it helps me because, like, I can, the large part of it is like you only want to talk about one subject, and since for me that subject is comic books, it really helps at a comic book store.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Oh, hey, I got something else to tell you.
What?
I got a girlfriend.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
She's on the spectrum too.
No shit.
Yeah.
What's her thing?
Her thing is art.
Oh, cool. What kind of art?
It's like anime art. She draws a lot of like manga stuff. That's another thing. I got big into anime since last time I was on here.
I can't get into anime.
Really? That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's just something. I don't get it at all.
That's fair.
I got buddies that love it though.
Really?
I've got a couple of friends that absolutely love it. That you would never think that if you looked at them, you wouldn't think that they like it. Love it.
Main thing I love about it is like the big power up scenes. Like there's just a dude like flying above a planet and like exploding it with his hands.
Yeah. How'd y'all meet?
We met at the comic book store.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that's
love-
all.
I love
Love
that
at the
store, man.
comic book
Oh, yeah.
store.
That's a movie right there.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you.
Thanks, man.
What y'all got prom or anything this year?
Yeah, we did. We were at a Valentine's dance like last week on Saturday. Prom's coming up though.
That's cool. Y'all going?
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna
dude.
rent. I'm gonna try to get a Batmobile.
Dude, that'd be nasty.
Oh yeah.
Somebody around here, and I think you would like
Yeah,
this.
you told me this last time. I remember.
The shit. What is it?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbuster car. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that'd be cool too.
That would be cool. Ecto one. The best car in all of fiction though is the DeLorean, by far.
Absolutely. You know they're remaking that.
Really?
I
man.
don't think it's the remake. They're not remaking it. It's another movie.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it. I've just seen it in the past couple of months. That
Is Christopher Nolan, like, can he still do that? He's like what, like pushing 90, right?
I don't know.
I don't know how old he is.
I have no idea.
He's one of those dudes who's just been around forever.
Yeah, that dude's old. But yeah, dude, I'm happy for you.
Thanks, man.
It seems you're gonna have to probably not wait 2 years before you come back next time.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
yeah, you're gonna have to come catch up with me again next time. Bring the whole family.
Absolutely.
I want to get some stories from your little sister.
Oh yeah, I'd love.
I want to hear her tell me about kicking some people's asses, messing
She'd be
with you.
good at it, man.
Cool. Well, if you ain't got nothing else, dude, I think that's good. I think it's a wrap.
Awesome, man.
Well, dude, you are welcome back anytime that you want to. And I want to see this sword. You want to get it for me?
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. Well, hey, tell everybody bye, and tell them where they can find a comic book store. And if you want to drop any of your social media so they can go give you a shout. And if they got any questions to ask you or you want to educate them on, being on the spectrum and autism or whatever, tell them how they can find you on social media.
Awesome, man. Well, if y'all ever have any questions about autism, you can find me on Snapchat. My handle is Anungunrama25. That's Hellboy's name.
You better spell that shit out.
ANUNG dash UNRAMA25. Yeah, if you ever have any questions about that, you can contact me. And if you ever want to go downtown Macon and find the best comic books in the world, head on over to Comics Plus at... Crap, I always forget the name. It's on 2nd Street, but it is... You know that feeling when you just can't figure out the direction?
Yeah. It's right across the street from Crazy Bull, isn't it?
Yeah, it is literally right
Yeah,
across
it's
the
right
street.
across the street, Crazy Bull on Cherry
Oh, right
Street.
across the street.
I mean,
from-
on 2nd Street.
Yeah, 2nd Street. It is at 448 2nd Street, Macon, Georgia. If you ever want to come by and see the best comic books in the world, head on over. And if you ever have any questions about autism, contact me.
Sweet. You have to get me some posters and shit to hang up in
I
the
can
hallway.
do that, man.
Sweet.
I can hook you up.
I do. Well, I sure appreciate it, man.
Awesome, man. I'll see y'all later.
Take it easy, folks.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
I never thought I'd care about gardening until I bought a house in the suburbs. But now I find myself in conversations about liquid fertilizer, and I wonder, am I the fertilizer guy now? No way. Everyone knows the ratio between phosphorus and nitrogen, right? Yeah, I'm still totally cool.
Anyway, when you save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided in service by affiliates and third-party insurers.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.